Yeah, totally missed that. Sorry. Evelyn actually came back for the week one, and I noticed it too late, so that's why I missed the death of Swain. So she's actually doing a lot of damage here. Oh, yeah, she has Trinity Force, which increases the both the attack power, the attack speed, as well as the ability power, of course. And it adds the passive of 150% damage, which you get from Sheen. All in all, wow, that's a lot of damage. So Trinity 4 is really good on Evelyn, obviously. I like the AP still better, and then you can go for Sheen into... I forgot what it's called. Let me just check. Oh, that's not the right one. This is right. Lichbane. Lichbane actually does even better, because you get the movement speed as well, and you get the magic resist, and it's cheaper, of course. But you get more AP, which means more damage on your Q, which is then your main skill. And you get more damage on your E as well, which is the Ravage, which has a 1-to-1 AP ratio. But hey, as I said, you can build Evelyn a little bit more tanky if you build her like this. So actually getting some extra lifesteal and extra health and things like that. Guess there's something to be said for that as well. So they are getting harassed quite a bit here. And they do finish off the weak champion, not the champion that is weakest, but the champion with the lowest HP. And it might have been better to just switch to someone like Ashe. Well, it would have been better to play some wards so you can actually see something, see where people are coming from, and not let them run away. But still, they did a good job there. 2 for 4. And I expected the enemy team to do a lot better because, well, they were focusing Nunu early on, which is normally the tank. But this Nunu apparently didn't understand that he needs to be a tank in this team because, well, squishy, 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 squishy. And then he has one armor thingy and one magic resist thingy. And that's about it. He doesn't even have tenacity yet. So I guess I was wrong and you were right and you should have focused him. Because he dies quite easily. So he does have Banshee's Veil, which helps somewhat against his team, but with someone like Sona around, that shouldn't be a problem, because she can just use her Q to remove the Banshee's Veil. And getting Ashe against you when you have Banshee's Veil is even worse, because she can use the volley, which has like a 5-second cooldown. So it's not even a problem. Oh yeah, this is really unfortunate because they don't get the dragon, I think. And they do lose one of their team members. How are they just out of range, I'm guessing. Yeah, so we didn't see the Sona actually use her ultimate, but we heard her use her ultimate. And as the game sounds are mostly removed for you, I was just going to inform you that she actually did use her ultimate, even though she died. So the score 24-24, and this team is now going to push because of, well, the fact that two of the the blue team have died in the previous team fight. And they don't get any damage on the turrets. That's surprising. Then again, with Blitzcrank there, he can wipe out most of the minions with his ultimate. Having some excellent items here. I like the Sheen, I like the Frozen Heart, because both of them give some mana as well as protection and damage. And then the Mana Immune, well, that's just the greatest item ever, because it gives you a ton of mana, meaning that your mana barrier is going to be awesome. You're not going to die anytime soon, and it adds quite a nice amount of damage. And yeah, well, getting the extra movement speed, because obviously he's building a Trinity Force as well. And having the movement speed boots, the boots of swiftness. I personally like the level 5 boots, the boots of mobility, because it gives you just that edge in getting to the team fights early enough. And yeah, they were expecting Ashe to come in here. So the Blitzcrank also keeping up with placing wards. He just placed a ward here, and I'm assuming this is his ward as well. Which means that yeah, they should be taking out this one. You should take out the wards as soon as you see them. So next time if you place a ward and you see the enemy ward, you need to take it out immediately before you're going to do Baron, because now it's obvious that you're planning to do Baron. And you're going to wait for them, sure, but because the enemy now has no vision, so this is a good trap. Yeah, they should have waited. And yeah, that's what they should have done. So get a squishy one instead of the tanky one. Keep doing damage. Keep the ultimate on, and very nice team fight. So they lost their 2 tanks, which is fine, because that's what they're for. Yeah, well, they're not. They don't have to die, obviously. But if somebody must die, it's better to have one of your tanky characters die, because your tanky characters are going to absorb a lot of damage before they die. And as you can see, both of them die. They have, well, still reasonable amounts of kill deaths and assists. But all in all, they really don't matter too much if they die. Oh, come on, chase him! Yeah, with only 2 people alive, it would have been great to chase him. And Vayne is excellent at chasing. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, running into a bush apparently, where at least one enemy champion was. Yeah, this Evelyn is getting a little bit too strong to handle, and she will be fed quite nicely. 7, 4, 13, and especially the 13 is going to bring in a lot of gold. And with the Ghost Blade, the movement speed and attack speed are going to be so awesome. Yeah, so unfortunate there that they lost two champions to the Evelyn, and somebody should clean this up, and it's not going to be Sona probably. She doesn't have any AoE effects, so she cannot really clean up a whole minion wave like this. Yeah, on the minimap it doesn't even show up anymore. But eventually she gets it done, and the turret still seems to be in good shape. Well, enemy did Baron eventually, so they they apparently took out the ward, or the ward timed out, which is even, yeah, that's more likely. The ward timed out. They should have, of course, watched that, because it is a real possibility. Well, it didn't matter after they lost 2. Because once they lose two champions, yeah, you cannot really stop them from doing Baron. You can maybe delay them a little bit, but not really stop them. And well, Nunu now has oracles, which should make it a little bit easier to actually get Eve. But still, Eve is one of those really hard to kill champions if played correctly. And this Eve seems to do quite well for herself. So we're already 49 minutes into this game, and I still have no idea who's going to win. It seems the enemy team has a bit of an advantage in that they took out Baron, they probably took out Dragon as well, and they have a lot more turrets. Well, a lot more? It's only 2 more. Well, I guess 2 is a lot, considering that this team has 3 and the other team has 5. But still, all inhibitors live, all inhibitor turrets are still alive. And they're going to get Eve here. Excellent. Eve not doing a good job there. Obviously overextending by being in the middle of the team, uncloaked. And this Blitzcrank is going to get a... Oh, I wanted to say a nice pull off. But apparently not. How did I spot that guy? I don't know. I can't imagine there's a ward here somewhere, but there may be. You never know. I kinda lost him. Oh, he's back at base. Okay, sure. Ashe on her own here. They should be able to get her. Swain is walking a little bit too much on his own through the jungle. Oh, on her own. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember that it's a girl. So Swain is one of the squishies. And by walking on her own,